There's a story from Toyota in 1955. A welding robot breaks down mid cycle. A supervisor replaces the fuse, and the robot breaks down again the next shift. So they replace the fuse again, and this goes on for weeks. Everyone gets faster and better at swapping the fuses until someone finally stops and asks, why? 5 times. Why did the fuse blow? Overloaded circuit. Well, why? Why did that happen? Bearings locked up. Okay, why did that happen? There's no lubrication. Okay, why? The oil pump clogged with metal shavings. Why? Well, there's no filter on the pump. So the fix wasn't a new fuse, it's a $4 filter. One filter, and the problem is gone permanently. There's an older story as well that makes the same point from a different angle. And this is the original one that I heard. A village sits downstream from a river. People keep washing up on the banks, half drowned. The villagers get good at pulling them out. They train lifeguards, they build stretchers, they develop protocols. They're proud of how efficient they've become until someone walks upstream. And then they find a broken bridge, no warning signs, and people have been falling in for years. So both stories are the same model. You can get very skilled at managing a symptom and never once touch the actual cause. So here's our geeky version. Imagine a castle. There's goblins getting in, not occasionally, regularly. You've gotten pretty good at dealing with them. You know their patterns. You've optimized your response, and sometimes you almost enjoy the fight. But the goblins keep coming back, and nobody stops to ask why they're entering in the first place. Because somewhere in the castle, there's a hole in the wall. And until you find it, you're just managing an endless goblin problem. This is what's happening when we repeat the same patterns in our lives and they keep showing up. Anger is a good example that I was talking about today with a client. But it could just as well easily be anxiety that spikes in the same situations, or procrastination that kills your motivation and your goals, or conflict that runs this same kind of script again and again with other people. You've probably tried to manage it. You've done breathing exercises, you've counted to 10, you've distanced yourself from it, dissociated maybe. You've practiced positive self-talk, you've gotten better habits, and all of it is useful, but none of it is the filter that was in the original example that just needed to be replaced. So the thing is, these emotions aren't necessarily the problem. They're information, they're signs. Anger almost always, means that a value got stepped on. Anxiety usually means there's something that you care about and it feels threatened in the future. Procrastination is often about protecting you from something that feels dangerous or from success in some form because of the ramifications of that. And you're not digging to find what is wrong with you when you're doing this exercise that I'm going to give you. You're digging to find why it matters to you. It's a big difference. The goblins aren't evidence of a broken castle. They're evidence of a castle that you want to defend. So the work isn't to stop feeling the problem. It's to ask why. And not once, 5 times or 7 times. You ask until you hit some ground belief, something solid, something that doesn't have another why underneath it. And that is what we'll call the hole in the wall. That's what needs to be fixed. So most people never get to this point because asking why feels like you're looking for faults. And we constantly do this. Why am I this way? Why do I always mess up? But not in this fashion, okay? That is not the goal. The question you're asking is determining what you find in anything. If you Google something, some medical ailment or something like that, medical disease, you're going to find what you look for. Okay, if you look for why am I broken, you're going to find reasons for that. You're going to look for, what are the problems with this medication? You're going to find those. But if you look up the benefits, if you look up the solution, you'll find those too. And so if you ask, again, what's wrong with you, then you'll find plenty of evidence for it. If you ask what you care about, then you'll find evidence for that. You'll find that instead. So, what I'm going to suggest to you again is pick an issue, pick a problem that you have, and ask, why is this happening? Or why am I responding like this? And then, why did I respond like that? Why am I responding like that? Keep going down until you get to something that is more meaningful to you, more evident, more clear that that is the actual problem and not just a symptom of a symptom of a symptom. And this is all coming from my self-development with AI paid newsletter. In order to get access to the newsletter, you can go to geekpsychology.substack.com/welcome. The paid section offers 2 prompts for this one, and the first one is Jarek the Scout. He starts at the wall, he finds a breach, and then he goes outside the gates and follows the goblin trail all the way back to the source, working with you as you're conversing with the AI prompt in whatever large language model you want, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude or whatever. And the second one is Snorb. Snorb is the goblin. And you sit down with him and you ask him direct questions and like, why do you keep showing up? Why is this a problem that I'm still dealing with? And it sounds kind of strange, but it works because you're getting into second perspective. You're talking to Snorb and getting feedback from him. And of course, you can do it by yourself, but this way of going about it makes it more fun, it makes it more entertaining, and it gives you insights that normally you wouldn't get from thinking through your own brain and your own perspective. And these prompts might actually surprise you because the questions coming up are coming from a different perspective and likely in a way that you've never asked. So I hope to see you in the newsletter, and if not, just let me know how this process worked for you. Good luck, have fun. Peace.